now we're able to join our correspondent, Irris Makler. Irris, what can you tell us? What do we know so far about this attack in Tel Aviv?
What we know is that an attacker rammed his car in an area, a business street, a street with lots of offices in the Tel Aviv, the coastal capital, I guess you'd call it, of Israel. Came along there, ran over 4 people injured seriously, 3 people injured more lightly, before he was then shot by an armed civilian who was on the scene. We have heard a response from, interestingly enough, from Hamas, who say this is the first stage of the responses to Israel's current operation in Jenin. And that is so, they don't seem to have any connection. They haven't said it's a Hamas operative, but nevertheless, they are making that link. So 4 people injured, 1 very seriously, 3 lightly, now being treated in hospital after this suspected car ramming in Tel Aviv.
Now, Israel has been on alert for attacks from Palestinians, they suspected, after launching a major military operation in Jenin, the West Bank city of Jenin. The Israelis say they are conducting an operation against terrorist infrastructure there, led by the Jenin brigade. The Palestinians accuse them of a war crime. Is there much support amongst ordinary people in Jenin for the so-called Jenin brigade?
It's hard to say because they're armed and the ordinary people are not. When you speak to people in Jenin, their views are mixed. Some people have relatives in that brigade. Some people see the militants as the only option. Other people want a more peaceful response. If you ask me to look at the events of the last 24 hours, I'd say 2 things. There's 2 images that stick out. One is the mosque, the Al-Ansari mosque, which there was fierce fighting around there yesterday between militants and Israeli troops. The Israeli troops went inside and say that beneath the mosque they found a storehold of weapons. So that's one image that sticks out from this fighting. And the other is that last night, thousands of Palestinians, refugees themselves, move out of the refugee camp because of the fighting. So those are the 2 images that stay in my mind from this fighting, which is still ongoing, although I must say there are fewer exchanges of gunfire today. Certainly overnight was more quiet, so perhaps it's beginning to wind down.
Okay, well, thanks very much. That was Irris Makler speaking to us. Thanks.